Shopkeepers and locker flair. LA looks styling in my hair. Super NES, Donkey Kong and then MK2. Turn on MTV, grab some Big Juice. Sunny D and Buggins with the real life crew. Pop culture talks, Nintendo dreams, afraid of the dark and late night screams. Rock-a-fire's on, Nick Radio. After these messages, now back to the show.
Pew, 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 pew. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Real Life Perspective Show. It's Friday night. It's 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. How's everybody doing? I hope you have your top 5 arcade games because we're going to be talking about those tonight in our hot topic. And tonight we are joined with special guest Broken Arcade, Mr. Till Paris. I can't wait to get just playing around and get your quarters ready. Ready, player one. 5, 4, 3, 2.
To all the places we have been, barbecue to watching Nickelodeon. So come along for a real life adventure. Celebrate the 80s, 90s pop culture. It's Friday night. It's time to go live with the real life. Friends by our side, have a drink or two. Let's talk about cartoons. Here's a toast to you. Real life crew. The real life crew. Here's a toast to you.
Mr. Till Paris up in the house, man. What is going on, sir? Say hello to the internet.
All right, greetings, programs, and welcome. Thanks for having me, Sean. Appreciate it.
You bet, man. I appreciate you taking time out of your Friday night, and I love every time. It never gets old. Greetings, programs. I love hearing that every time you say it, man, because it just takes me straight back to Tron. Great stuff, man. Very good. How was your week, man? How's your week going?
Pretty good. Keeping pretty busy. You know, got a lot of games going on. We're preparing for Halloween here, or I'm preparing for Halloween, and of course it's coming up. Got to fix some things, but yeah, it's going well. How about yourself?
Oh, it's going good, man. Just another long week, but I'm glad it's the weekend. Got a lot of stuff coming up. Shout out to my buddy Gino Castorita, who's up in the chat. Tomorrow we are celebrating his second annual sidewalk sale. It's a semi-September sidewalk sale where a whole bunch of vendors are going to be there. I'm going to be there set up, playing games and doing all kinds of interviews and all kinds of fun stuff and covering the event. And so looking forward to that. So shout out to you, Gino. Thanks for being here, buddy. But yeah, man, it's going great. So just, I don't know, man. Just, yeah, it's great. Life's good. But yeah, so you know what? Let's get into some icebreakers and let's right into our first segment. Okay, my friend, this is called Real News. What we do here is we go through the top 5 box office hits of the previous week, which was September 6th through the 8th. So coming in at number 5, we've got It Ends With Us. Number 4, Alien Romulus. Number 3, Reagan. Number 2, Deadpool and Wolverine. And number 1, Beetlejuice. No surprise there. Any of these you're wanting to check out, have checked out, interested? Till.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Any of them you're interested in?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think the Beetlejuice and Deadpool might be pretty cool. I can check those out.
Yeah, us too. Yeah, we're gonna. Wifey and I are going on date night tomorrow night. We're gonna go check out a flick. It's one that's not on here, but she has a really big thing for James McAvoy, and so he's got a new one that came out this weekend. So we're gonna go scope that one out. And coming in over on the Twitch channels for the most watched games over the last 7 days, we have Fortnite coming in at number 5, number 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, number 3, League of Legends, number 2, Dota 2, and number 1, Just Chatting. And the reason why we promote Twitch, Till, is because I have a Twitch channel and I'm always streaming all kinds of old school cool movies on there, Nickelodeon shows. You know, last weekend, like we did a triple feature. We did a Goofy movie, and then I did Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and then just a random Hot Fuzz movie, you know, and so that's why we do the Twitch on that. Yeah, so if you guys are not following me over on Twitch, make sure you do that. And our movie fact of the week, guys, are you ready for that? Let's see. When Bill Paxton died, hundreds of storm chasers spelt out his initials BP across 3 states using GPS markers to honor him for his role as a storm chaser in Twister from 1996. How about that?
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. Long live. I mean, you know, rest of man. Bill Paxton was an awesome actor, dude. Awesome actor. Love that guy. But that's going to wrap it up for our real news for the night, guys. Let's check in with this chat and see who's saying here. First to the key, ladies and gentlemen, is Gino Astorita. Woohoo! Coming in. How you doing, sir? Good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. And coming up next, we got Andy, the girl dad from over on the Rushmore show. Make sure you guys check them out. They could be streaming right now for all I know. Actually, I think maybe they streamed last night. Sometimes most of the time it's Friday nights, but they have a top 4 and nothing more kind of thing. So if you don't know Rushmore, go check them out. Good people, man. And then, of course, my good friend Ryan Smiga from Smigalodian over on Instagram. The biggest Nickelodeon retro fan I've ever met. Is awesome. Really great guy. He actually drew me a picture of my favorite Are You Afraid of the Dark villain over on the Nick Avenue. You'll see it whenever we pull it up here in a little bit. But he says, hey, Sean, the arcade was awesome. Goldmine, Tilt, and Aladdin's Castle. Rock on, man. Very good. Nightbot coming in. If you want to chat with Nightbot, type at Nightbot in there. He's but be careful. He's a little snippy. Andy coming in with his top 3 are The Simpsons number 1, the NFL Blitz number 2, and WrestleMania number 3. All good picks, buddy. All good picks.
Nice.
Gino coming in with the red finger number 1. I'm guessing he's an emoji that didn't come through. I'm guessing that's what that is, right? I don't know if that's a arcade slang from the 80s. Maybe you know. And then Ray, his top 5 are saying Revolution X. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. I totally, you know, how cool was that when Aerosmith came out with their own arcade, like, blast 'em up thing, you know? What'd you think about that one, Till?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I like when they have the old bands come out and introduce something new, or as it comes along.
Yeah.
Gets to reintroduce them and things.
Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. I don't remember that one. I don't remember Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. You remember that one?
Moonwalker? Yeah, it's wildly popular, but it was a pretty cool game. It was. We can actually pull it up in the multicade later, take a peek at it if you want.
Oh, sweet, dude. Awesome.
Kind of a wonky game, but it's cool.
That's cool. Mortal Kombat. Yep, classic. Midway had it going on, man. Galaga, as my buddy Trumpet Master would call it, Galaga. And then number 5, Mad Dog McCree. Very good. All good picks, man. Very good.
Yeah, there's a classic. Dude. Yeah. Very nice.
Very nice, dude. Man, it's awesome. I feel like we're at the arcade. You can feel the ambiance coming from your channel over there. You
smell that pizza and popcorn.
It is good. And from 1994 Happy Meal blimp game. So what it is, it's got categories on it. Everything from I can't see with these shades on. It's got IC, songs, cartoons, food, and animals. And on the other wheel, it's got the alphabet. So we're gonna give it a spin, and we're gonna have some fun. All right, Teal.
What are these
Name-
like trivia questions?
Well, it's just a random. This was the kind of stuff we got back in the day in our Happy Meal toys. This is a game you can play. So name an animal that starts with the letter L.
Man, lion.
You say lion?
Lion.
Lion. I'm gonna go with leopard. Let's go with leopard on that one. Andy coming in with lemur. All right, lemur, good one. Yep, leopard. Yep, very good. What else is out there? Oh, lizard. We got lizard, right? We got oh man. Oh, Gino coming in with lizard. Yep. Go Zira. He was a big lizard, wasn't he? Llama. Ryan coming in with llama. Good one,
Llama,
Ryan. That's a good one.
llama.
Yeah. Tina, eat your food. Very good. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Oh, we got lemming. What is a lemming? I don't know what a lemming is. When I think lemming, I think of there's a song by Blink-182 off the Dude Ranch album called Lemmings. So educate us, Ryan. Tell us what that is. Oh, a liger. That counts. Liger totally counts.
Nice.
That's good. Yep. Mix of lion and a tiger. Yep. Napoleon, give me some of your tots. Gino coming in. It's a little rodent. Lemming is a little rodent, apparently. Well, there you go.
Right.
You didn't know you were going to learn stuff on this channel tonight, did you, Gil? Here we go. Round 2. Name a cartoon. Ooh, this is tough. Name a cartoon that starts with the letter O.
Ooh.
I don't know any O's. O's.
It's a tough one.
How
Don't have
about
Google to help.
yeah, well, me either. How about you could just you can name a cartoon character that starts with the letter O. Oh, there you go. Andy coming in with Odd Parents. Barely. That's a good. Yeah, I never saw Odd Parents. I never saw that one. I'm gonna cheat and say Oscar the Grouch. Yeah, here you go. Gino coming in with Odie.
Odie? Yeah, there you go.
That's a good one. Oh, what's another O? That's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Let me give you another
Yeah,
spin
it's
on
a
that
tough
one. Let's go with, what is something you see that starts with the letter K? It could be on screen, off screen, anywhere.
Oh, here?
Yeah, anywhere. Yeah.
Oh, Zookeeper?
Oh, there you go. That'll work.
I guess it doesn't start with K. It's got a K in it.
Something I see that starts with the letter K. How about, we got, Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Ren and Stimpy. Oh, I got Kicks. Back there. How about that? The shoes.
Nice.
We're gonna go with Kicks. We got Keith. Welcome, my friend. This is my buddy Keith from Vintage Sports Fuzz. Check them out every Wednesday night, doing live streams up there, and he's coming to a key. He sees a key. Ryan sees his kitchen. That's a good. I wish I saw my kitchen. I'm hungry, buddy. I'm hungry. I came straight from the baseball game, so I showered and got ready, and here we are. But very good, man. Okay, well, let's do one last one. Okay, name a food that starts with the letter R.
Ravioli.
Nailed it, man. Chef Boyardee. I still
That's
eat
right.
ravioli, man. We go to Olive Garden. I'll eat ravioli all the time, man.
When we were a kid, we get just like the Chef Boyardee raviolis. He would swallow one whole, and I swear you could see it go down his throat. We'd always dare him to swallow his whole bowl, each one. It was crazy.
Yours, or was it your brother, or who was it?
I was a friend. Sorry, you're cutting out a little bit.
Oh, okay.
No, it was just a childhood friend. He was, yeah. Go to his house, and some other kids would get together, and I was daring him to do that.
It definitely goes down smooth with all that sauce, that's for sure, man.
Gotta have the sauce.
Gino coming in with rutabaga. Ryan coming in with red beans and rice. Very good. Keith coming in with ramen. Loving it. Loving it. All right, you got somebody from your channel, Mr. Jason Stoll up in the house.
Jason Stoll, what's up, brother? All right.
Welcome to the Real Life Perspective Show, Jason. Thanks for being here, buddy. Hey, you're just in time. Jason, are you ready for our next segment? Let's do this real quick. All right, I'm going to do this quick unboxing for us. Let's see what we got in the mail today, guys, from our awesome postal service. Oh, how about that? It's another Goosebumps item. This is a Goosebumps game, handheld game, where I think it will make a creature noise, and you have to pinpoint which creature it is. If it's the vampire, the skeleton, monster, whatever. That's going right over here in the Goosebumps goalie.
Nice.
Shout out Keith. He's the one who started me with this Goosebumps collection over here. He bought me these he sent me these Goosebumps VHS tapes, and now I have Goosebumps goalie added over here to the Nick Avenue cam. So there you go. There's your unboxing, buddy. Let's see what anybody's talking about in here. What's in the box? That's right. That is a complete pull from there. All right. Well, you ready for some trivia? Let's do some trivia. All right, Till. We're going to test your arcade knowledge. I pulled 10 questions for you. All right. Let's see if we can get them here. Okay. The very first question for the night is, when did the first pinball machine emerge? Was it A, 1970, B, 1930, C, 1965, or D, 1953?
Pinball and those mechanical machines have been around for quite some time. So I'm going to go, what was it, 1930s?
You're going with 1930. And I'm going to tell you, Till, that's correct. Ding, ding, ding. Good one. Very good. Moving on to the next one. What material were the first set of pinball machines made of? Was it A, aluminum, B, wood, C, metal, or D, plastic?
Ugh. I mean, I want to say wood.
Yep. It's an excellent guess. Excellent guess. Looks like we got people in the chat. Yeah, Keith is saying 19th century is when the pinballs emerged, right? Yeah, very good. To answer your question, but yes, wood is the correct answer. Very good. Awesome, man. Score another one for Mr. Till. Okay. Here's another one. What year did Sega introduce Periscope? Was it A, 1969, B, 1937, C, 1976, or D, 1966?
76.
76, good guess. JD Barbecue and Bourbon, welcome, sir. Good to see you, buddy. What's up, Real Life Perspective and chat? Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Actually, that one, the answer is 1966, Till, on that one. Yeah. It says Sega introduced, it says right here, it says Sega introduced Periscope in 1966. This information is not explicitly provided in the question, but it is implied that one of the given options is the correct answer. What? 1966 is the only year that matches the introduction year of Periscope by Sega. Okay. Whatever that means.
Was Sega around in the 60s?
That's what it says. It says Sega introduced Periscope in 1966, but it's implied that one of the given option is the correct answer. What? That's not. That's a weird. It says 1966, so let's let's hope it's true, right?
All right.
Keith is coming in with never heard of Periscope. Is that a game? Yeah. Did you ever play Periscope, Till?
Well, I remember one from the late 70s. There's a Periscope game. There's called Seawolf, which is like a submarine game. That's not by Sega, so that's why I was thinking around 76 to 78. They couple ones like that, but I have not played this one specifically.
Okay. Maybe it's like a different version or something.
It might be
Okay.
electromechanical too, so it might not be of the video variety.
Oh. Okay. All right. Next question. I'm going to do this one in an English accent. Which of these games was the first to cost a quarter per play? Was it A, Periscope, B, Donkey Kong, C, Pac-Man, or D, Space Invaders?
Well, all those others were a quarter. I don't know what they tried. I'm not really sure. The first one to cost a quarter?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's the other three.
You going to say
I
the
don't
other
think they
three?
cost a quarter back in the 60s. I think it's between Donkey Kong, all those cost a quarter. Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and I don't know what the other one you said.
Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and Periscope. Which was the very first one to cost a quarter? The very first game. So it's got to be just one of them.
Well, I guess Space Invaders came out before the other three, so how about Space Invaders?
Okay, good guess. Good guess. According to Google, it's actually Periscope again. Periscope is the answer for that one. It says
Yeah, I
it
don't
was
think that's a 60s game. That's got to be in the 70s, because is that a video game, it says?
This one says Periscope was the first game to cost a quarter per play. This means that, 25 cents, yada, yada, yada. Donkey Kong.
This, Sean.
I know, right?
I got to know.
It says Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, and Space been popular games, but they were not the first to require the payment of a quarter for each play. So
Okay,
it's basically saying it's the oldest game is what I'm reading into it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sure.
It dates them all. Cool, man. All right, here we go. How many players can play the Crown Soccer Special game? I don't know what this. Oh, was it A4? Was it 1, 2, 3, or 4? The Crown Soccer Special game. I've never heard of this game.
Man.
You ever heard?
How about anyone out there?
Yeah, Chad, help us out, man. What you guys got? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Rushmore coming in. What's up? We've done this episode back in the. Of course you have, Rushmore. Golly, he's always coming in here. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Oh yeah, we did this topic before in the past. Yeah, they've done like 400 live streams with 400 topics. So of course, yeah. But yeah, the question was, how many players can play the Crown Soccer Special game? Does anybody know? Keith is coming in with 4. Good guess.
Yeah.
Okay. A 135. Sheesh. A, good guess. Yep. We got A is 4. Okay, everybody's guessing. Okay, technically it says it was 2 because it was considered a special game. It's likely designed for a smaller number of players. Therefore, only 2 can play this game. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Ryan coming in with Mr. Dill. Where are you from?
I'm out in Carlsbad, California. So that's North County, San Diego.
There you go. JD considers himself special. You're a special friend, sir. Yes, very good. Okay, a couple more questions here. All right, here we go. Which of these games starred the modern Mario and Princess Peach? Was it A, Pauline, B, Jumpman, C, Donkey Kong, or D, Age of Apes?
What was the first part of the question again?
Which
game
of these, excuse me, which of these modern games starred Mario and Princess Peach? Was it Pauline, Jumpman, Donkey Kong, or Age of Apes?
Well, I mean, Pauline's a version of Donkey Kong, and Jumpman was the 4. And I'm not familiar with Age of Apes, so I don't really know the answer to this one. I'm not really sure.
I think you're
don't
on the
know
right
what
track
Princess
with your
Peach
process
came in.
of. You're on the right track. I'll say that. Keep coming to Donkey Kong. Was Peach that girl at the top of DK? Yes. Yes. What? Wasn't she right? She was. That was the. She was the
I
princess,
thought that was
right?
Pauline, because there's a whole game where Pauline's playing as the character Donkey Kong.
Oh.
There's a version of Donkey Kong where they changed the ROMs in the game. So instead of it being Mario, it's actually, well, I thought it was Pauline, but maybe it is Princess Peach, but they call it the Pauline ROM, and you're playing the character that you're saving at the top.
Okay.
It's a
Well, I
switch
will
on
say
the
this.
ROM, but yeah.
You are correct. You are correct. It is Donkey Kong, and it says Princess Peach was originally known as Pauline, so they changed her to Princess Peach eventually. Yeah. So yeah, you were correct.
Got it.
You got it, man. You got that one. Very good. Good job, Chad.
I'm old, man.
No, you're not. No, well, I'm just. It's whatever Google pulls up, man. I just, Oh, you'll get this one. Who invented asteroids? Was it Nintendo, Sega, Atari, or Sony?
Man, that's a tough one. It's a tough one. I think I'll go out on a limb here and say Atari.
Oh yes.
Man, you're being easy on me here.
Yeah, I loved Atari, man. Atari was awesome. I got so many childhood memories playing with my dad. There was a game called just football. It was just called football. And what I loved about playing football with him is I've got this memory of him. He would always go every time he'd just take off down the field. He needed to go. He would just make this sound effect with his own voice. But what I loved about that game is you could hack it. If you're running across this way and you ran the other way off screen, you would come out the other way, come out the other side of the screen.
Nice. Is this the old EXO tabletop version or cocktail version, or is this on a console?
The console 2600, I think it was.
The 2600. Got it.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atari got some sweet games. I mean, they dominated the market, and it was just so many good memories. So many good memories.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones there. I saw you playing Pitfall the other night, and I was just like, oh, just that noise, the jump sound, the sound effects. That it's so good, good. All right, Ryan, thanks for coming in, buddy. All right, sorry we'll miss you tomorrow, man, but we'll catch you soon. All right, man. Thanks for coming in tonight, buddy. Sony would have been my guest, says JD. Let's see. IBM Labs, Atari took it. What is that? You know about that? I don't know about that. What's he talking about, Till?
I don't know.
Hey, by the way, if you do have a YouTube channel and you want to promote it, type the word real in the chat. And your YouTube channel link will pop up and everybody can click it and go follow. We're a community here. We want to bring us all together and help us all grow as a pop culture community. So type the word real. He says, I was just going with the least likely option. that's JD for you, buddy. That's JD. Oh, yeah. There you go. See, you type in a real, and then, boom, please check out the Rushmore Show. And there's the link for everybody to click in the chat. So if you want to see how your weather's doing, you can type the word !weather, space, your zip code. And some people like to check their weather. Some people just like to do that. So there you go. Pitfall was awesome, Keith. It really was. Real. Check out, guys. Vintage Sports Flips. Good people over there. All right, man. I think we're good on the questions. You nailed it, man. Great job on the Atari. Okay. All right. So, what else you want to do, man? You having a good? You having some fun over there?
Yeah, just night playing some games.
Yeah. What are you sipping on tonight? You sipping on anything?
Waterloo, just sparkling water.
Nice.
Flavored
I like
sparkling water.
Yeah, Waterloo is good stuff. I like Waterloo. I'm sipping on some coffee tonight because I got a long day tomorrow. I don't want to get too smashed. And I'm going to be at the sidewalk sale from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. just talking it up. And so I want to make sure that I'm good and energized for tomorrow.
So what's going on at the sidewalk sale? I mean, are you selling old retro stuff, or what's going to be there?
So I'm bringing a whole bunch of stuff from my channel, just like My Pet Monster, and I'm setting up the whole NES system with the Power Glove and all kinds of fun stuff. Just all kinds of like, stuff from the 80s and 90s, just for people to come if they want to take photo ops with it. And then I've got some like, I went on this rant buying spree a while back on He-Man toys. Like, I grew up obviously with the OG He-Man. Well, they made this very niche, obscure version in 2001 of He-Man. It was like more of like an anime style kind of thing. And it was really good. The writing was really good and everything. But they came out with a toy line that didn't do well. Well, I went out and bought a whole bunch of those toys thinking, oh, this will be my kids' college fund.
Yeah, right.
And they're still worth something. They're still probably up, I don't know, maybe 30% from the original price. So they're still going for pretty good prices. So I just got a bunch of them in a box. I try to unload them just because I'm at the stage in my life where I'm just tired of having stuff. I'm ready to sell it. It's just sitting in boxes, carded, and I can't do anything with it anyway. Can't take it with me. So might as well just give it to somebody who will appreciate it. Yes, Gino knows all about it. It is the Motu 2000X. Loved it. Yes. It was a really fun series. So, but yeah, I'll be selling it, but there's going to be a ton of vendors out there. All kinds of great people like Joey Finds Toys and Pikmin's Vinyls. You would love Pikmin's Vinyls because he makes all these awesome custom figures, and like he made. Did you ever see Return to Oz from 1985?
I did. Yes.
Yeah. You remember the Wheelers?
Yes.
The Wheelers, the guys on the wheels.
Those things are crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. He made a figure of those things, and he gifted me one. It's back here somewhere. But nice. Dude, that's the kind of stuff he makes. Everything from like The Thing, John Carpenter, and all kinds of cool stuff, man. He's good people. But there's a ton of vendors that are going to be out there, and I'm going to just kind of run around and interview people. Hey, how you doing? And talk to Gino and tell us about the event, cover the event, kind of thing. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun,
cool,
man.
Yeah. Very good.
There you go. All right. Well, it's time. Let's talk about you for a little bit, okay? Enough about me. Let's get into the spotlight. All right, my friend Till, this is all about you, sir. So I'm here at your link tree. Tell everybody, just give everybody a spiel about yourself, man.
Yeah. My name's Till Paris. I collect classic 80s arcade games, a couple 90s peppered in there. I started collecting back in 2015. I didn't even know you could collect these things. And got 1 game, 2 games, 3 games. Now I'm up to 35. I'm just totally packed. I probably have just a bit over 50 games. I've got a storage unit where I move them in and out, and also have some project games. But all the games are working in the garage here, and I started posting on Instagram and consistently, and I found a whole group of really cool, passionate people that like to remember simpler times, and so I've been enjoying that, kind of remembering what it was like to have these games and share the memories with others. I think it's and preserving these nostalgic art pieces. I'm not really good at the games, but it's really great to share this with others. I'm really grateful and have a lot of gratitude for the opportunity to get to connect in with people from all over the world, share this passion. It's not just about the games, but it's about a slice of life, a simpler time. And it's not about living in the past, just about remembering those times and where there was so much joy and wonder and creativity. So this is kind of expressed through the garage here, because this is the garage. I'm in Carlsbad, California, and it's not open to the public, but it's a lot of fun. That's the quick rundown there.
And when did you start your channel?
The channel was started years back. I just posted a couple, once every couple months, like maybe most people on Instagram. Didn't really use the channel. I'm not really sure exactly the year it started, but I would say I started posting consistently about 1.5 years ago, and it just started gaining some traction.
Nice, man. And yes,
Started
you
doing
have.
arcade stuff and showcasing games. I would say about a year and a half ago. Go live every Saturday. We built up a pretty nice community of some really cool people. So it's been a lot of fun.
And what do you call this room right here? Because sometimes you're in the arcade, and then sometimes you're in this room playing games.
This is
right?
like the retro room. Yeah, that's a room where I have like consoles, like the Atari 2600, VCS that changed to the 2600 in 1982, or in television, ColecoVision, of course the classic NES, and Vectrex, and I'd pull out the cassette tapes and the VHS stuff. So that's the retro room.
That's awesome, man. Very cool.
It's kind of like I remember a room like that when I was a kid, but this one's just with like everything in one little spot. So it's got a lot of sweet memories.
That's cool. Very cool, man. So what made you want to start an arcade in your garage?
I don't know if I ever sat down and thought that, I want to start an arcade in the garage. I mean, we used to park in here, but I was on Craigslist looking for some things, and I saw. Well, I'll back up. I was looking for some stuff on Craigslist, and I saw Miss Pac-Man, and that's one that holds a lot of nostalgia for me. And I didn't even know you could collect these. And I reached out to the guy. He said, "Yeah, come on out and pick it up." But I went out and checked it out, and it had some problems. Got the game. A neighbor of mine helped me fix it up, and that was the first one. And it brought back so much joy, and everyone in the house was like, "Wow, this is really cool." One was really nice, and I said, "Well, you know what? There's this guy up in Big Bear, which is a few hours away north. He has a Donkey Kong Jr. And it was sitting out of a Chuck E. Cheese out of Texas, as a matter of fact. And it's been sitting in his place in Big Bear for many, many years. But he said the monitor didn't work, and it was like $300 or something. So I went out and picked that up. And the only thing wrong with the monitor was just turning up the brightness, and it just worked perfect. So, wow, this is amazing. And then I realized, God, I saw what did I get next? I think it was Star Wars I got next. I put an ad out, and Craigslist said looking for a Star Wars, and then from there just bloomed. So I don't think it was any one thought like let's build an arcade. It was, well, I got the Miss Pac-Man. I saw it's possible, started learning about it, and I started picking off all my childhood favorites. Star Wars, Tron, Donkey Kong Jr., Paperboy, 720, Pole Position, and it just grew from there. And then I realized this is a lot of fun. I'm just going to keep going. And I think like with any collector, space is the biggest evil. You run out of space.
Yeah.
So
no doubt. That's
but
cool,
yeah,
man.
that's kind of how it started.
Yeah, right on. And how did you get into like fixing the arcade cabinets? Do you have like a background in electricals or something like that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't really know. I'm not very construction-y. I don't have any kind of a electrical engineering background or any kind of electronic background for that matter. It was just out of necessity. I watched a lot of YouTubes. There's a website, KLOV. I mean, now there's Facebook groups that are more predominantly, you can find experts. It's still on KLOV. I just asked a lot of people in the community and met a lot of people in the community and started learning, like, this is the things you need. This is where you get parts. And so you have a good support system there. And some of the things you have to send out, like you need quite a bit of tools to accurately fix a lot of the game boards. And there's people who have their Atari discipline or the Sega boards, and it's not like one guy fixes all of them. It's very specialized a lot of times. So, but I know how to fix, like I can build a cab from scratch. Well, not the wood part, but I can put everything in it. I can fix monitors, I can wire it all up, but the game boards, unless it's something simple that's wrong with it, I don't really fix those out. But I just learned off YouTube and other people in the community.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome, man. It's like DIYing it yourself, right? That's
yes,
cool,
because there's not like you can call someone up and say, come fix my centipede,
Yeah. Yeah.
So he kind of
there's a joke there. There's a joke there. I got to let that one go, though. Hey, what's your affiliation with Bull Airs, man? I'm a big fan of Bull Airs.
Oh, man. This guy makes some awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. And, dude, I love working with him and promoting his stuff. And, yeah, that's basically it. If there's a promotion that, maybe some of my audience might like or some of the followers might like I recently promoted the Deadpool Wolverine as you can see here, the red and yellow,
Yep.
and then there was a Nintendo one a while back. So it's love connecting in with him and absolutely love what he does with these shoes. I think it's amazing. So
Yeah. Tom's
Pretty
awesome,
cool.
man. Tom's really cool.
oh yeah, super awesome.
What pairs do you own right now?
I've got actually I don't have them yet, but I've got the Nintendo ones that came out.
Yep.
I think it was a while. It came out quite a while ago, and these were the ones that came out again. I've got a pair of these coming, and I've got, what else? It's not a really ringing endorsement here, but I can't remember the other pair.
No, I've got a few pairs myself. I love their shoes, man. I've got the NES
I
Blazers.
got the purple ones. Sorry, go ahead.
What's the purple ones?
I'd have to
don't
look
even
at the
know.
last promotion.
Yeah.
I don't remember. They're insane. Love them.
Yeah, they do such great work over there at Bull Airs, man. And Gary's good people too. Gary will work with it. Gary and Tom were actually nice enough. I bought the NES Blazers, but they're too small. I bought them like whenever they first came out, right? And like now that they brought them back for a second time around, they're letting me exchange. I never wore these things. I just kind of sat on the shelf, and so they're letting me send them back in, and they're going to send me the right shoe size. How cool is that, man?
That's very cool.
It's been a year. I've had the things a year, and I mean, it's just that's customer service for you, man. So shout out Bull Airs. We love you guys.
Yes,
Keep up the great
100%.
work.
Yeah, you know who
awesome.
told me about them originally was Topher. I don't know if you know him, Topher A.
Oh, I've seen
Yeah.
him. He's the guy with the big beard, right? The big goat.
He's got the
little
beard.
skeet-
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram, and he's got a pretty sweet YouTube following now.
Yeah, he's pretty popular, man. He's a popular dude. Okay, that's cool. That's how you heard about him. All right, let's check in with his chat before we continue. Yeah, it's an impressive collection. Says Keith from Vintage Sports Flips. Till, where you located? Very impressive for sure. Yep, getting much love here, Till. I wish I
want
would
to
have
do a
helped.
walkthrough.
Yes, let's do that. We could totally
Yeah,
do
we
that.
can answer some
And-
questions. I'll just go around and we can see what we got here. Let me flip the
Hey.
camera around.
Gino says, Till, whenever you run out of space, just open up a store.
That's the next thing is to open the arcade.
Yeah.
But
Oh, thanks,
Yeah, so-
Rushmore. Everybody smash that like button, man. We appreciate it for the algorithm, man. It definitely helps us out. Here comes the tour, guys. We got Popeye. Just take us home, man. Tell us what we're seeing here.
yeah, okay. So you got Miss Pac-Man. This is the very first game I got, and this is a very special game for me because when we were kids, you know, my dad would take us on Sundays most of the time to this place called Alpine Inn in Alpine, California. It was just a dark, smoky steakhouse. I mean, maybe not a really family place because when we were at the bar area, they had this tabletop or cocktail version of Miss Pac-Man. And my sister and I I'd be sipping on my Roy Rogers, she would have her Shirley Temple, and we would play Miss Pac-Man. So this is one of the ones I got first. And that's the one that brought it in for me. I brought it home and why I love these so much. It brings back some memories. But we got Popeye here, little Nintendo row, Popeye, Donkey Kong Jr., and Donkey Kong. Then we get into some Star Wars. And of course, one of my favorites here is Tron.
Yeah.
Love Tron. Any Tron
Yeah.
fans out there?
Let them know, chat. Any Tron fans out there? Hey, we also want to see the decoration on the wall. I want to see the other stuff that you got up there, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I got little stuff. Little things like this. You know. And all the questions for the live streams that we do. And then I got this pole position cockpit a few months. The guy had a computer in it, so it plays a bunch of drivers. So I've got like Road Blasters and both pole positions, Outrun. I'm going to eventually convert it back, but for now, I'm enjoying playing Outrun in there. So that's pretty
That's
sweet.
awesome. That is so sick.
We got Qbert here, Planets. We got Zaxxon, Super Cobra, which is the sequel to Scramble, if you guys remember that. And then, of course, Paperboy. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
Punch
I
Out,
like
this
that
one
it's
I
got
got.
the Paperboy's got the bicycle handles, right?
Yes.
How cool is that, man?
Really
I
unique.
never had-
And that,
Go ahead.
The guy that used to swallow the raviolis, Adam Brook, I had to go stay the night at his house. We'd go do his paper route, and then we'd go to the local 7-Eleven and play Paperboy and some other games. So that's why this holds a lot of nostalgic value. Game.
That's so cool, man. That's such a good story. That's what it's all about, dude.
Pretty wild.
That's what it's all about.
And we've got Galaga here.
Galaga!
A lot of people, we all know and love that one. I've got Zookeeper. We've got some monitor issues here. That's what I'll be repairing before Halloween. And then I've got a Battle Cabaret. This is the mini version. I don't know if you guys remember the mini version. I mean, the one I grew up with it was a tall one with the periscope. But I found this mini version for, I think it was like $125 at this yard sale, or then someone was getting rid of it, so got that going. Then I've got Cheyenne here. Cheyenne from 1980, well actually Cheyenne's from 1984, but what's playing in here now is Crossbow, and that was from 1983. But this has a multi-game kit in it that runs off the original hardware, because all these games ran off the same game board hardware, and you'll see Crossbow, Combat, Chiller, Clay Pigeon, Whodunit, Cheyenne, 22 Crackpot, Hit and Miss, and Showdown. And this had, you know, the rifle mount here. It's pretty sweet.
That's very cool.
Got a little Pepsi clock up here. It's kind of blown out with the lighting, and I've got some lit marquees on top. And then we've got Centipede, and we've got Asteroids Deluxe. Now this one is broken right now, but look inside this. I've got to fix the game board. It's actually a game board fix that I can do. But just look at the backdrop. The screen is actually down below here, and it reflects off a two-way mirror. It's just a stunning cab. It's really cool. I like what they did here. And then as we're coming through, and I've got to lift this up. We've got Dragon's Lair here, and this was one of my absolute favorites from 1983.
I got to talk to you about this game.
Yeah.
So I was probably 10 years old when I was playing this game, and I could never understand it. I never knew what to do. Me and my brother, because we didn't have instructions or anything. We just kind of like put in a quarter, and the game would go off into like this. I never knew what you were supposed to do. So educate us on how you were supposed to play this game.
Yes, so Dragon's Lair 1983, one of the first games to cost 50 cents. That's right, my friends, 50 cents to play, and it was like an outrage, but you're playing a cartoon. And you're not the first person to say, well, how did this game work? And it's not the same as you're going up and down with the joystick, right, and you can see your character move. Here, you try to move in an intuitive place, like out of the way of something, and you die, and then 2 minutes later, or a minute later, you're lost your 50 cents. So you only have two controls. Or you have the joystick here, and then you have a sword button. So I'll go ahead and start a game. I don't have very loud, but actually, let me set this.
Gino's heading out. He says, "Awesome meeting you, Till."
He's heading out?
Yeah, he's heading out. He's got to get set up for the sidewalk sale tomorrow. But he says, "Good to meet you."
Great seeing you. Thanks for hanging out. So in something like this, it's just, well, gotta pay attention here. Let's see. So you wouldn't know, but learning from trial and error. So the first move is left, then it's right, and you have to do it. This game is all about timing. And so there's certain elements of the game, or certain sections of the game, where it'll flash to kind of give you a visual cue. So in some of those, you can know where to go, and others you can't. Like this one will flash. So you see the flash, then I'll go left. Then you'll go right. This one's kind of easy to understand. It's earlier in the game. But as you go through, it's not as noticeable. I mean, the lighter water kind of gives you a clue, but it's a tough game. It's really, you have to put your money in and do a lot of trial and error to win this. I never won it as a kid, but I thought it was so cool that you could actually play a cartoon. That was, to me, was absolutely amazing. People have a love-hate relationship with this game. But
no,
for
it's
me,
totally
it was
unique. I've never seen another game like this. Have you ever seen a game like this?
No. There's other games like it. Laserdisc games use the Laserdisc technology, where it was it's running a Laserdisc video, and then of course got the monitor on top because this game was so wildly popular back in the day that everyone crowded around, and us little kids couldn't see. Had to look up at the monitor here because everyone was crowded around. But
Man, that's
yeah,
awesome.
it's
You give that
timing there,
experience.
Sean.
Okay, it's all about that timing. All about that
Yes,
timing, guys.
yes.
Very
Hopefully
good.
that's demystified for you, and maybe some others. We've got Tempest here.
Yeah.
Got Spur. We've got Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and now this is a System 1 cab, and what that means is Atari came out with a cab that was it was versatile. So this is also the same cab for Marble Madness, Peter the Pack Rat, Roadrunner, and Road Blasters, and I think there's a baseball game. So you would switch out the control panel, and then you'd switch out the marquee, and then you had a new game. So right now I've got Marble Madness, Road Blasters, and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and I just switch out the parts for this so I can play each of the games.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Things going off right now with the track music. You guys,
That's sweet,
next one
dude.
here is 720, first skateboarding game. Maybe some of you remember an ad in Thrasher magazine with Steve Cavallero up against 720. It's also here in Carlsbad. 720 was a game that I really liked, so had to pick this one off. Next game here is Wacko, a game from 1983. It's a more rare game because look at how the cabinet it is actually tilted as you see it here.
Yeah.
So I'll show
Yeah,
you.
my local arcade has that, and I just thought that was the coolest arcade cabinet I've ever seen.
It is a really wild game, and it has an interesting control panel setup. You move with the trackball and you fire by aiming the joysticks. Not unlike you would with Robotron, but pretty cool one. And then of course, we've got a Pole Position, absolute one of my favorite games here, Pole Position. And then Street Fighter. Now Street Fighter is running a multi-game cab, specifically the Pandora Box 10 Anniversary Edition. These cabinets come native JAMA, which is a universal connection setup inside, so you can run, I could plug in the original Street Fighter, but I could also put a multi-game board, and there's a myriad of those that you get in. So if we don't have a game here, we can plug it in here, like we were talking about Michael Jackson, Moonwalker is in here. You got to check this out, Sean. It's really quite out of hand.
Yeah, let's check it out. You remember the movie? The movie was off the chain when it came out, man.
I don't remember.
Joe Pesci was in it. He was like the bad guy. Oh, it was great. He looked like Ringo Starr. He had a little mini ponytail, and oh man, if you've never seen Moonwalker, you're in for a treat, buddy.
Okay, let's check out here. All right, so, yeah, so you'll love a superpower. So it's like anything else. It's kind of a beat 'em up, not unlike other ones you might see out there. Round one. So there's the bad guy, and you got to go through and save people. But who are you saving there, Sean? You're saving the kids.
Yeah, the kids. That makes sense. That's who you're doing in the movie. Joe Pesci was doing the top right, by the way, of that montage they showed.
And then, if it gets too crazy, you can always do the special move here.
Oh, I love it. What is that? A monkey? Oh, his monkey. He had a favorite pet monkey, didn't he? Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yes. This is exactly like the movie because he would transform into these things. Oh my God.
Yeah, the game is out of hand, but you gotta get a taste of that for sure. If you've never seen that,
man.
now you know, and it's half the battle there.
Yeah,
I got
thanks for sharing.
Say again?
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, yes. I think we all needed to see that. Then you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles here. This is a classic. Now, I got this at a construction site for $75. I saw it on Craigslist. A buddy of mine was up north of LA, actually. He went and picked it up, and I thought I was getting a Simpsons. And I realized after I started, it had an overlay of Sunset Riders and like a piece of paper that said Sunset Riders up here. And it was just, there was no monitor. Everything was gutted. So I started taking it apart on the sides and shaving off all the weird paint and stuff sides, and I got to the back layer, the very first layer, and that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I realized, man, I have to restore it to that. Besides, The Simpsons is stereo, and it also has a different angle on the top, so I just kept this original with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wow, that looks great.
We're doing a segment on old here, so I pulled up. These were here from a week or so ago. So
Oh, that's great, man. Look at those. Assignment, yeah.
Remember Merlin?
I never played that. I've seen it. I don't even know what the purpose is. What are you supposed to do with that?
Yeah, it's got different games. You got memory games, and you can tick down and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
That's really cool, dude.
Head-to-head football. You know, and of course these little ones, the other football ones inside. But we got
that's awesome.
track and field here. And
what a great game. I used to jam track and field on my NES back in the day. Oh,
yes. Did you just put like a sock on your hand and just rub that thing back and forth on the controller?
Exactly. You got it, dude. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Those are the days,
yes.
man.
And then we got a Williams row. So if you don't know, Williams made great pinball machines, but also some badass games. So we got Moon Patrol, Joust.
Joust. Okay.
And these cabinets. Yes.
Joust. I never heard of Joust until I read the book Ready Player One. And
no kidding. Wow.
Yes. If you've never read Ready Player One, it's the best book you'll ever read. How do I put this? It takes place in the future, in the near future of like 2045 or something like that, where everybody uses virtual reality to go to work, go to school, and yada, yada, yada. Well, the guy who created the system for free for everybody passes on and creates this contest where if you can find my Easter egg hidden within the Oasis is what it's called, where everybody goes and does everything in there, then you win my millions, you win my trillions and everything, right? So in the book, there's a scene where he has to go face a demi-lich god with ruby eyes sitting at the top of this giant stairwell in this deep cave of Dungeons & Dragons House of Horrors. And he says, okay, you have to play me in a game of Joust, best 2 out of 3. So as soon as I heard that I went out and found the game and loved it ever since there because of that book, man. So go read, if you never read Ready Player One, go read it. Or Will Wheaton narrates it on Audible too. You can listen to the audiobook too. It's really good too.
Yes, I definitely consume a lot of Audible. I did see the movie, but it's never the same exactly. No. So I'll definitely check it out on Audible. 100%.
You will love it. You will love it.
Well, I'm glad you found Joust that way. Joust is a really awesome game, and it's definitely one of the ones that was popular, but a lot of people like this one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Self-included here. And then, of course, Robotron takes place in the future, 2084. Evil robots have taken over the world, and you are here to save humanity.
Okay.
Pretty intense game.
I never played this one either, but they referenced it in Ready Player One, the movie, because the bad guy says, "Man, when I want to kick back, I grab a tab, I pop a tab, and play some Robotron, man."
Yeah, Robotron. This is. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, is that was a big thing with this game? Because I think I saw you, wearing a Tab T-shirt or something like that on one of your somewhere in. You were talking about Robotron too, and it was crazy the coincidence that they referenced that in the movie Ready Player One, but then you were also wearing a Tab shirt and talking about Robotron too. It was just a crazy coincidence.
Yeah, that is weird, right? Yeah, that Tab shirt. Right. We'll fire up a quick game of this, and you can see move it back so you can see the control panel configuration on that. Just an insane game. It gets really intense. So you want to collect the people. I forgot the control down is not working. I'll have to fix that. But it's really intense. The playfield gets super crowded, and you got to get through it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, looks intense.
And we've got Defender here. Who remembers Defender?
Yep. I recently started playing it on my arcade 1-up behind me over here. It's included on there. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's an awesome game. It's a good looking cab too.
It is. That's what I love about your channel, man. I love just seeing all the colors whenever you're doing your tours. Like everything, you just pull up your Instagram or wherever your TikTok, wherever you're at, and you just see, like just from afar, just taking a step back, just all the awesome, amazing lights and colors and all those marquees and everything. It's such a great look, man. It's just so cool and nostalgic.
It's like we remember when we were kids. If I turn on the black lights and you get a good lighting going, and you take some video. Sometimes I boost the colors just a little bit because that's kind of how it was when you were a child. It was just more than it was so big, and it just brings back a lot of good memories.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a cool observation. Got Atari Food Fight here. One of the first games that had an instant replay on it. Pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, if you have some close calls, it'll play your whole scene back and sync it to. That was interesting. And then one I got a few weeks ago is Omega Race. This is one that's a very aesthetically pleasing cab. This is where we get into that nostalgic art piece. It's just an amazing cabinet. Just looking at it through the camera doesn't do it justice. And this is another one where the monitor is down below, and it reflects off a two-way glass. And
wow.
You see, now here the background looks like it's just overtaking all the screen, but it's not as distracting as you may think. And then, of course, the control panel, you can move your ship around here, and then you got your fire button. But this is a thrust and fire. It's a really cool game, Omega Race.
Yeah, I love the art on it, the splatters and everything. It's really well done.
Oh yeah, it's all the planets and everything out there. So yeah, man, that's awesome. That's basically it. And then we come back around to the other side here.
Okay. Now, do you have a one of them open where we could see the boards in it? I know I've seen you do that before on your channel. Any of them that are easily accessible that we could see what the motherboard looks like or whatever?
Yeah, let me pull around. I've got easiest one. These aren't exactly that easy to move, I'm sure, as you can imagine, but I do have Battlezone here that we can take a look. So you give me just a second, and I'll pull that out for you guys.
Sweet, man.
All right. Now, I just did a video on this the other day, talking about the what's called the red zone, but I'll go ahead and show you guys as well. Let me pull this down.
Welcome to the red zone.
Welcome to the red zone. That's right. That's right, Sean. All right, here we go. Okay, so we looked at the front of this not that long ago, earlier in the show here, but coming around the back, look at all this 80s technology. It just looks like a rat nest of wires, but let me kind of break it down. You have your original game boards here to the left, okay? Coming in here is your power supply that powers the board, and then down below you have a big blue and an ISO, which is primarily used to bring power into the machine, but also come up and power the monitor up here. And of course you have power coming out for the coin door lights. But you see this board right here, this is the red zone, and this was made by Arcade Jason. And this allows you to play Battlezone, Battlezone 2, Omega Race, and Red Baron all in the same cabinet, but it's what I call a non-destructive mod. And Sean, that's what makes this hobby and the modern arcading, if you will, so interesting, is you don't have to destroy a bit of history to put in a modification. So you can see right here, this is where this wiring harness would plug into. You have a plug here and here. You just unplug them and it plugs right into this board, and there's another sandwich half on the other side. So you plug that in and immediately you can play the games. But yeah, this is most of the games kind of look like this in the background. You're going to have a similar setup with the power supply on the bottom, then you'll have another power element here that powers the board. A lot of the boards run off 5 volts, and coin doors are going to be running off 5 and 12 volts. And of course, you got the monitor and everything else, where you've got your standard coming in. So yeah, that's the back of an arcade cab there, and
nice.
Again, they're all similar like that. So it's pretty sweet.
Love it, man. Very cool. Thanks for showing us that, dude. Appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys have any questions here? Want to play some games or? happy to answer some questions about any of these.
Yeah, guys, if you have any questions for Mr. Till here, now's the time. And we'll continue on with those questions here. But thanks for showing us around the arcade, dude. That's really cool. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you doing that, and actually showing some of the games, like the gameplay and everything. That was really neat, man. Awesome, cool, dude. Well, I'm gonna let you sit down and take a break, and while you're getting your camera there, settle.
Yeah, I'll go put this back.
Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get into our next segment before we get into our final topic for the night, guys. So let's do this real quick. All right, my friends, this is what we call the Real Rips segment, where we're going to rip some vintage trading cards, man. But first, let me see. While I get that set up, let's hear a quick word. I'm trying to make a joke here. Let's hear a quick word from our sponsors.
Are you an 80s or 90s kid that loves pop culture? Check out our channel where we do live streams with movie trivia, what's in the box, check out Comic-Cons, car shows, comic book shops, pop culture hotspots, video game shops, toy shops, eat barbecue, and even check out old school Nickelodeon shows. If this sounds fun to you, check out the Real Life Perspective Show channel today.
All right, Till. So you're gonna our guest of honor, so you get to pick. What are we gonna open first? Are we gonna do today's letter of the day is the letter R for Rocketeer and Rocky 4. So you pick first.
That's a tough one, man. I think we'll save Rocky for last. Let's go with Rocketeer.
Nice, good pick. All right, I'm gonna full screen this here so we can see. When's the last time you saw like some of these old school like trading cards, man?
It's been too long. I don't think it's since I was a kid.
Yes. So these are vintage. These are from says here from Walt Disney. I think they're from 1990. I don't even know when the movie came out. It's not saying there. Anyways, let's give it a rip and see what we're got. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There it is.
Nice.
The front right there, man. Right out of the gate, dude. That's a good one. What does it say? I can't even read it. It says, here's what your complete red border picture will look like. Oh, okay. I guess it's a puzzle. There's a puzzle you can put together on that. Oh, yeah. There he is. I forgot. You remember the villain? Uh-oh, we froze up. There you go. Who was the villain? You remember?
I don't remember. No, I do not.
It's like Timothy Dalton.
Oh, yes.
Good old Nazi Timothy Dalton.
Yeah.
Was that his name, right? Timothy Dalton?
I believe so.
Played one of the James Bonds, I believe. Is a Nazi symbol. Oh, there's that actor. Oh, what a great actor that guy was. I can't remember his name. But, yeah, he was the mechanic, always helping them. Fun stuff. Here we got under police protection. Okay. I couldn't tell you. I haven't seen
a lot of trading cards as a kid.
I collected all kinds of stuff, man. And but I recently got into it. I got a whole box over here. I do a segment on my channel called Real Rips, so the first one I did was a bunch of Garbage Pail Kids, and then I did like from We Hate the 90s. So check these out. I had a Garbage Pail Kid sketch artist come on a few weeks ago, and he sketched this for me on the live stream.
Wow.
And this is Zebo the Clown from Are You Afraid of the Dark, my favorite. When I was telling you earlier that my buddy Ryan Smiga, he drew this picture right here of the clown up there for me. But here's the original Garbage Pail Kid Zebo from We Hate the 90s. He threw that in for me just as a fun gift. But here's the one he sketched for me on the live, right?
That's awesome.
Pretty cool, right? Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
It's a 101. He autographed it. Shout out GPK Vinny. Where you at, buddy? And then there was an event recently called Chemical Toy Fair where there was a sketch artist there, and he drew me So there's me as a Garbage Pail Kid.
What's
And
the
then
name?
well,
Just-
his
just-
name. So that's his name down there, David
got it, okay.
Acevedo. But I actually wound up naming it. It's on my Instagram. What did I wind up naming it? Something like real nostalgic Sean. So
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then he made one of my kids too. He even drew my kids
That's
as my
awesome.
boys. As my boys as Garbage Pail Kids. That was fun, man. So yeah, I rip all kinds of fun stuff on my channel. I did Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, and I got a whole bunch of random stuff over here that I can't wait to rip in the near future. So stay tuned for those.
Yes. Yes.
Fitch in the Fedge. Okay. Don't recognize that one. Oh, that's a cool one. I like anything with him in the suit. This is really cool. Facing the Monster Man. At Griffith Observatory. Okay. I guess this must have been like towards the peak of the show. And then finally, Feds open fire. There you go. That's your Rocketeer pack.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right. Okay, we ready for this one right here?
I mean, that's the big one, man. I remember watching this one. I was on the edge of my seat as a kid. I mean, with Ivan Drago, all the drama
Yeah.
there.
Every dude's worst enemy, every chick's favorite boyfriend. So my wife is in love with God, these are from 1985. So these are retro, man. This is cool.
Yeah.
Official
yeah.
wax pack. Rocky 4. Here we go. And if you're lucky, you'll get to see me eat 1985 gum.
Oh, you still do that?
I've done it twice so far on the channel. And it's
Is it
anything for the
crunchy?
some of it, the Garbage Pail Kids from 1987, it just melted into powder. So I didn't really. And here it is right here. 1987 gum. All right.
Wow.
We'll save that for the finale, okay? Yeah, it's wild. Okay. First card we got. Oh, good old Paulie.
Ollie. Yeah.
Yeah. Paulie was great. Oh, there's the man. Russia's mightiest man.
Yes. Yes.
Boy, is he. Did you know he's actually like a rocket scientist?
Really?
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
a brilliant scientist.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. The fight is set. There it is.
Yeah. Carl Weathers. Yeah, I
Oh.
recently got this on VHS. Got the whole Rocky series. Pretty sweet.
Sweet. Very cool. Yeah, R.I.P. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's the
Yeah.
cover. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Wait for it to- Very nice. Like that.
Man.
Here we got here. Oh, there they go. Slugging it out. Slugging it out, guys. Very nice.
You just remember those scenes where he had all the modern technology, and then you had Rocky running out in the snow, running up a mountain, losing the KGB.
Yep,
Pretty-
with
pretty cool.
John Beaver in the John Cafferty as the soundtrack. Yeah, hearts on fire. Good stuff,
Oh
man.
yeah.
For the longest time, remember Eddie and the Cruisers when John Cafferty
Mm-hmm.
did the soundtrack to that? That dude, that actor, his voice matched perfectly with that actor. I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a man himself. Oh man, good old man against Superman. Well, who's Superman? Huh? That's the question, isn't it?
It is.
In praise of Balboa. Come on now. There you go. Very nice.
Wow.
And then, yep, Apollo's comeback. Oh, that's hilarious. And then finally, the gum. The cards got, so my buddy Vintage Sport Flips does a lot of cards too, and he was telling me that this happens with a lot of the older cards. It's called bricked. They get bricked. That's what this little sticky stuff is. The cards get stuck together and it kind of like tears off.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah.
It's pandemonium. I remember that. That's good stuff.
Man, I love trading cards. As a kid, those were so fun to see what your buddy would get something better and you want to trade them out, or they were always so special. I'm actually working on a broken arcade version of that with some of these games and stuff in the garage.
Oh, that's cool. I would love to see
So kind
that.
of something I can give away to people, you know. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
going to have gum in it, but it'll have a couple games and a little history, stuff like that.
Well, I can send you a few packs of just some random stuff, man. I bet you some stuff you dig, man. So I'll get
Sweet.
your information and I'll get that over to you. Oh, hang on a second. Very nice, man. So we can take this off. Shazam. Put this back on. Okay, that was cool, man.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
really
the real-
cool. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, we always try to do something like that on the channel, on the show. And okay, this is for you, Till. This is for you, 1985.
Oh, man. Okay, I'll have poison control on speed dial here. I don't think they're going to have a answer for this one.
They'll say we'll call you back in 7 years, right? Before we do that, we got Gino's back, or this is probably Tony. Tony from Bat City Toys. He's going to be out there wrangling all of us cats tomorrow on the Bat City Toys profile here. I was 4 years old. Remind me, I'm a little behind. When Rocky 4 came out, or Rocketeer? Keith, very cool pet. Yeah, that is a cool thing. Thanks, Keith. Everyone needs a Rocky montage.
Yes.
Yes, we do. That fight should have been called by him, Ross. Yeah, it should have been. It should have been. Okay, guys, here we go. This is for you. This is for you, Till.
All right, let's do it.
Yep. Just like powder. Just like turn to powder, just like that.
Interesting. I mean, as long as there's sugar in it, I think you're okay.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Yeah. But you know what? I'm gonna make a whole bunch of shorts of these just lined up. Here we go. Gum, and then I'll put like my gravesite on there, I guess, because if I can't keep doing this, I can't keep doing this every week, man. It's killing me, man. Okay, well that was fun. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into tonight's topic, ladies and gentlemen. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're talking about our favorite arcade games, guys. So let's just get right into it. Till, I want to hear your number 5.
Yes, number 5. So I think we already went. We already talked a little about, the first one here. I mean, for me, it's Miss Pac-Man, of course. It's Star Wars. It's Tron.
Oh,
Pole Position, and Dragon's Lair, which is.
you're going fast. You're going fast. So
Too fast?
Yeah. So your number 5 is
Okay.
what? Dragon's Lair.
I mean, I don't know if they're in any order. I mean, they kind of switches, but it's definitely Miss Pac-Man. Star Wars here.
Well, rank them. Tell me what you
rank
want them to
'em.
be in.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So we've got. Oh come on, Sean. Let's just say. Oh gosh. Okay. So.
I'll tell you why we're gonna rank them is because I'm gonna post something over the next couple of days saying who had the best picks, of the arcade games. Was it Till or was it me?
Okay.
And I'll post them all.
All right. Well, then last on the list, number 5 is going to be Star Wars.
Okay.
Number 4 is going to be Pole Position.
Number 4 is pole position.
Yeah. Number 3 is going to be I don't know if you can see that over there.
Is which one?
Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's Lair. All right. Number 3.
Dragon's
Oh wow,
Lair.
wow, you're putting that at your number 3. Okay.
I know.
That's cool.
There's a reason. And number 2 is Tron. And number 1 is Miss Pac-Man. And the reason Miss Pac-Man is number one for me is because, my father passed away, and this holds the most nostalgic value of a, back, not only when I was a kid with the family, as I told you, with game as a child, sipping on my Roy Rogers, but it was a time I remember, sweet time with my father and family. And this is the game that brings back those good memories. So this is going to be the number one.
Nice, man. Very nice. Awesome, dude. Okay, here's my top 5.
All right, what do you got?
Coming in at number 5, the 1991 Terminator 2 Judgment Day arcade machine cabinet here.
That's a good one, man.
I love playing this game because you had the machine gun. What is that? What are those called?
I don't know what they were, but I love how they had. Did those have recoil in the game?
They sure did. Yes, the vibrations and everything, man. It was sweet, dude. Very
That's
nice.
a good side scroller. That was an awesome game.
Yeah. So that's my number 5. Coming in number 4, I got to go with the 1989 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We played this game countless times, and not only that, I made a lot of friends playing this game because if I would just be there so I grew up in a small country town in Texas, right? And we didn't have any arcades. We just had our local pizza place, which was called Mr. Getty's, and we would go in there, and they had one pinball machine and about maybe 5 arcade games, and they would rotate in from time to time. So all of these games are mostly from my local pizza, place. Right?
Very cool.
So TMNT was one of them, and people would just come in and join in, man, and everybody
to make friends.
Yes. Yeah, I made a lot of friends with this game, man. So that's a good one. Okay,
Yeah, that's a sweet game.
this next one is obviously nostalgia. This is Battletoads from 1994.
All right.
Now, when I was in high school, was I high? Yeah, well, yeah, when I was in high school, this was still rocking around. So me and my friends would drive an hour away to a local pizza buffet place. And they had a little arcade in the back. And we would drive all that way for unlimited pizza and go play this game for hours at that pizza joint.
Very cool.
So, yeah. So I got a lot of nostalgia for Battletoads there. And, of course, we were in a band. And there were 3 of us. So we were a 3-piece. And this is a 3-player game. So it was perfect. It was just like camaraderie nonstop, man.
Man, what cool memories. Yeah, awesome.
It was a really fun game. Battletoads was really fun. And my number 2 is sitting right behind me. I got the arcade 1-up of MK2 back there.
MK2,
and
yes.
Yes, 1993. So I remember when I was a kid going to my local bowling alley. Cigarette machines, remember, where it was just a big square box and you would pull the tab to
pull
get
the thing out.
So, and I would walk over to the arcade, and I didn't have any money. I would just go around and watch either people playing, or I'd sit there and watch the stories, because you remember how the trailers, or whatever you want to call it, the promos would play like it's doing now in the background, right? So I would sit
all
there,
the track music and the little
yeah. And another thing interesting about these kind of games like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat is there were no instructions on how to do their moves. Nobody ever knew. You either had to figure it out by pushing buttons, or your buddies would tell you at school. You would say, oh, yeah, you don't know how to do the dragon kick? You just hold down the A button, And so it was another form of back then where you couldn't just look up on your phone, You had to figure it out or talk to somebody about it and figure, it was just word of mouth, Little things like that kids nowadays will never get to appreciate. That's why we appreciate these things so much, because we had to work for it, right?
Oh, yeah. I always like Sub-Zero. Who was your character you played?
Liu Kang.
Yeah, all right. Cool.
Just because I've got all of his moves in my head still. Nice. I don't have the babality and I don't have the friendship now, but I have the fatality always in my head. And
Very
so,
cool.
yeah. He was always my jam because, I don't know, I just always felt confident with him, But there were some awesome characters in that game, man. You said Sub-Zero was your favorite?
Yeah, that was the one I always played. Yeah.
Nice, man. Good stuff. And okay, you're gonna love this. Coming in with my number 1, and you showed it to us earlier, but 1982 pole position. This one, what did you call this one? that kind of cabinet?
Oh, that's a cockpit or a sit-down version. Cockpit. Those are the best ones to play.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have so many great. I mean, there was nothing cooler than sitting in a cockpit video game in the arcade, right? Because you felt like you weren't crowded around. People, if they were, they would just look to that little window in the back, or you felt secure in this little bitty bubble. You're like, this is my world, man. This is it, dude. And I played that so much at that arcade at my pizza joint growing up. So I was born in 1982. And
Nice.
so this was there a few. I can't remember. I was probably six or seven playing this. That's my earliest arcade experience. That, and there's a pinball game out there. It's called the Fun House. I think it's called the Fun House. It's the one that's got like a dummy face on, and his eyeballs move and everything. I got to go back and find it. We needed to do that. We need to do that one of these days. Our top 5 pinball machines. But yeah, dude, this is my number one pole position, 1982.
A lot of us learn how to drive in this thing. I mean, this is how
You're right.
I remember at Chuck E. Cheese, I bounced between pole position and Star Wars cockpit. Just back, it was just, you're either, playing, just like you described. It's such an awesome feeling.
Yeah, and here in the Midwest or the South, we had Showbiz Pizza before Chuck E. Cheese came in and took it over. So I grew up with Rock-afire Explosion. I don't know if you know all that stuff. You remember all that stuff?
No, the characters in there?
Yeah. It was a full band, dude. It was a band.
Yeah,
And-
yeah. They had a Showbiz and a Chuck E. Cheese here, and it was always an argument amongst kids, like which one had better games. They're both the same, but eventually Cheese continued. But yeah, all the characters.
Well, so Showbiz Pizza had a full band of animatronics, right? Animatronic band. Like, there was a keyboard player, bass, drummer, a cheerleader, singer, and they had these two other. You had the main 4, 5 in the middle, and then you had these other 2 sections of even more characters. It was called Schmitty's Gas Station, where Billy Bob, who was the main. Yes, Billy Bob was the main attraction. He had his own gas station. And he played a banjo, and he had this little bitty bird that would pop up. Yeah, I have a very fond memory when I was like, I think 6 or 7. I had a birthday there, and I remember the only present I remember getting was a He-Man character, Montana. Montana was the character. He's the one who, if you push on his back, his eyeballs will pop up like that. Montana was his name.
Yeah.
Anyways, so. But yeah, man, those great times. There's actually a place in Chicago, Illinois called Volo Museum. It's a car museum, but they actually revamped and have the Rock-afire Explosion. I'll send it to you when I'll send it to you offline.
Very cool.
And
definitely.
they actually have a revamped, brand new version of Showbiz Pizza. Rock-afire Explosion that they do shows on the weekends for everybody outside there. It's pretty sweet, dude. Yeah, we got to make a trip up there. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, but very cool, man. Well, that's it, dude. So I want to thank you so much for coming on the show tonight, man, and spending some time out here on the Real Life Perspective show. How did you feel, man? How did everything go tonight for you?
Yeah, it was great. I truly appreciate having me on. When you hit me up, I was checking out some of your stuff. I mean, this is such a good fit. I instantly wanted to know more about what you're doing and keeping these things alive and keeping that nostalgic vibe going. It just helps promote a simpler time. It creates a cool community around, sharing these times, and that's I really appreciate what you do. And again, thank you so much for having me on. I think it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
You bet, man. We appreciate you, man. Everything that you're doing. Because, I mean, you were telling me offline some of the stuff you're doing in your community as well, like the Halloween stuff coming up, opening it up to the neighborhoods and things like that. So I think that's amazing. And the fact that you're just having you out there showcasing all these things, it's bringing, like you said, people together that can appreciate these things. And so we thank you for bringing that to us as well and taking the time, because I know it's probably a lot of upkeep, everything that you're doing in there. It can't be like, easy work. So we know it's a lot of work. So thank you, Till, for doing that.
Yeah, awesome.
But
awesome.
But before we go, I'm going to highlight you here, and you tell everybody where they can find you and what you got coming up. If you got any shows or anything that you want to plug, or websites, all that good stuff. And
Sure,
5, 4,
sure.
3, 2, 1.
All right, guys, Broken Arcade. You can check me out on Instagram. That's where I have most of my content, at Broken Arcade. Also on TikTok, and what else? We've got Threads and YouTube, all Broken Arcade. And I've got a ton of arcade t-shirts you can find online at shop.brokenarcade.com. And we go live every Saturday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern on Instagram. Check us out there, about an hour show. We do game highlights, fixes, and of course answer your questions live and do gameplay requests. And yeah, there you have it. Hope to see you there.
And who's the young lady who assists you on those?
That's my wife, Amber.
Amber. Awesome. Shout out,
Yes.
Amber. Great job. Great
Yes,
team.
yes.
You guys make a great team on those things. So.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, she has
Awesome,
a lot
dude.
of fun. We both have a lot of fun doing that.
So
Oh, I do have
do you
one
have
other thing I wanted to mention. Sorry to interrupt there. I'm working on like a MetaQuest virtual version of the arcade. So you can come and visit the arcade or visit the garage, Broken Arcade Garage, and you can't play any of the games, but you could push like player one or start the game and see the game start. And I'll be doing gameplay. You'll see videos of all the games. But people can come and actually walk around if you have like a MetaQuest VR headset. So that's going to be coming out in the next 6 months. And I've got an arcade game scoring site where if you're playing the old school games, because again, back then it wasn't about goals and missions, it was about scores. So I have a site that's going to be launching where we can do from console games, from timing on how fast you can get through like Super Mario Brothers, or based on scores like what was your score in like Galaga compared to the other person. So it's just for fun, an honor system, but it's something you can also put up if you had a TV in your game room or something. You could show all your scores and your top games. So that's coming out pretty soon as well.
That's super cool, man. It's crazy, the technology, dude. It just blows my mind. Like, it's retro, but it's with new technology. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's wild. It's like, it's cool, man. It's very cool, and that's why another reason why you need to go listen to that Ready Player One book, because it's all this stuff is in there too, man. All this kind of stuff like that. Thanks for sharing that, man, and thank you very much for being on the show. Is there do you have a favorite movie line of all time? That, or a TV show line that just sticks with you forever, that's hilarious? Because we're going to end on that, okay? And stick around for a second. I want to debrief with you, but I'm going to let you end the show out with your favorite movie quote of all time.
Oh, well, I don't know if it's hilarious, but it's, for me, it's greetings programs from Tron. That stuck with me ever since I was a kid. It was like, so that's how I introduce all of my live streams and some of my videos. And while it's not a funny one, it's one that holds a lot of head. So hopefully it brings back some memories.
Say it one more time, but give us some greetings programs.
Greetings programs.